blue sky to make a sailor's shirt, you'll be okay. But until you actually try something on, you just don't know. The sun is shining. Isn't that lovely? I don't know if you're the same as me, but I'm definitely like this. I have a Cher tip. You may know it already, you may not. What? Old wives' tales about how to keep your tulips looking fresh and beautiful. And he pulled out Expect Bubble Heaven TK Maxx dresses first. Very, very aesthetically pleasing. So GB was back in my good books. I love when a dress has got a pocket. Is spring springing? I love a good natter over a garden fence. Good morning and welcome back to another vlog. Hope you've got yourselves a cozy drink and you are at home and ready to settle in, because today we have a very spring is springing type of vlog. Today is a very cloudy day today. It's the start of the week and I cannot see any blue patches in the sky. If there is enough blue sky to make a sailor's shirt, you'll be okay. And today there isn't. We're at the start of a brand new week and I have got a really, really lovely day planned, and I am so looking forward to spending the day with you as always. I thought we'd start the day with a coffee and a chat. I'm still in my PJs. I've got a few housework bits to do later on this morning, and then I am heading out and thought you would love to come with me and see what's in the shops, because spring is definitely here. I love to window shop, so I thought we would go out, do some spring window shopping later on. GB is around. He was off last week. He's also off this week, so he may be in and out. He's actually over in town this morning, so he's in our local town of Hitchin. I am guessing he may be in one of our favourite coffee shops called Fussy and Bear on the High Street. We absolutely love it in there. He's taken his book and he's quite happy to spend a good few hours just over in town, and then he's off to pick up our friend from the airport this morning. So I know he's out this morning. Then when he gets back, I'm heading out. There's a couple of local retail parks. There's a B&M and a Home Bargains quite close to one another. So I thought I would pop in there. There's a few bits and pieces that I need. Then I thought we would head over to, depending on the time, because I'm teaching sort of after school hours today, so I'm a little bit tight for time, but I was hoping that we could head over to the retail park, which I would say is around 8 minutes from here. There's a TK Maxx there. I'm always interested just to see if they've got any pure cotton dresses, white or black, ready for the spring or the summer. So I'll pop downstairs into the clothing area, just have a look and see what dresses they've got. Then we'll head upstairs into the homeware. I love to window shop this time of year. I'm definitely more a window shopper rather than consuming everything, but I always feel like there's no harm in looking and enjoying what is in the shops. We're also going to pop into H&M again, same reason. I would love to look at their spring stock. I did think about whether it's time to move over the spring summer wardrobe and take away the autumn winter wardrobe, but honestly, after the weekend that we had, the weather that we've had this weekend has been super chilly, and I feel like we had an extreme weather time. I don't know if anybody else noticed this locally, But I woke up in the middle of the night on, was it Friday or Saturday? I think it may have been Friday night. And I popped across to the loo. And as I walked to the loo, you can always see out of the arch window. And I looked out and I thought, I can't see anything out of the window. I actually thought we were in some sort of smoke, to be quite honest with you. There was so much fog. It was so dense. The weather at the weekend just proved to me it is too early. It's too early to put the autumn and winter clothing away and to get out the spring and summer. Before we head out, there's a few Monday morning homemaking jobs to be getting on with. I love Monday mornings, just getting things prepared, ready for the week. And I'm looking over in this area because I've just been gathering a few spring things over here. I've got a fresh bouquet of tulips that I want to prepare. Mum had a little tip for arranging tulips. I'm going to try that today and see how that goes. I've got some little spring bunting to put up and a spring wreath. I've actually got 2 spring wreaths. I feel like today is going to be a real spring is springing type of day. How are you all? How are things in your corner of the world? Is spring springing? Do you have signs of warmer days ahead, or are you looking forward to autumn, depending on where you are in the world? I honestly love to read your comments, your messages on Instagram, as well as your emails. I really enjoy hearing about what is going on in your life. It's a real connection with you, and I feel like I get to know you. You know, the little chit chat that you have with people about the temperature or whether you're out walking the dogs, things like that I love to hear about. I had a few comments on my last vlog. So it was a deep cleaning, like spring deep cleaning vlog of all those jobs that are not your weekly jobs, the jobs that you need to get done occasionally, cleaning the light bulbs, removing the cobwebs, brightening up the wood. It was a day like that we had on our last vlog. And I had a lot of comments about what you were doing whilst you were watching that vlog, and that it had motivated you to do some deep cleaning and you had it on in the background. And it made me think about some of the other comments that I've had recently, things that you get up to whilst you are watching a vlog. They're really nice to read. So whether you've got a nice warm drink or a lemonade with some ice and a straw and you're in your garden, your comments and messages and emails are just so warming, and it really is how I feel connected with you. I love reading your messages, so please do keep them coming. We're all good. GB, as you know, was off last week. I've been treated to a lot of home cooked food, lots of sauces. He'll often create a sauce and I'll have it maybe with salmon or with a vegetarian sort of meat substitute, just depending on what it is, and he'll have meat. But we did have an incident over the weekend with turmeric. He was busy in the kitchen. Oh my goodness me, the smell was incredible. It was an Indian type sauce that he was experimenting with, and he'd used turmeric and he'd made this delicious sauce and was about to put it on to our plates and needed to move for some reason from this side of the kitchen to this side with the sauce. It was probably the pot or something. I was over here trying to get some of the washing up done, and some turmeric went on one of my favourite white tops. And you know, when you just love the other person, but you're actually thinking, why did you do that? And I know it was an accident, and I really, really had in my head that I was going to have to say goodbye to that top. But I have a Cher tip. You may know it already, you may not, but this is a great one, and I thought I would share it with you. Unfortunately, I didn't vlog this, and I really wish I had it done, and I will do, let's say next time this happens, because I'm sure it is going to happen again. Let's just say I had turmeric on a white top, and I was really thinking, my favourite top. My tip, here it comes. Washing up liquid over the stain. Don't rub it or anything like that, just literally pour it on the top. Put it in the washing machine. Expect bubble heaven. I've sometimes been a little bit heavy-handed with the washing up liquid, have gone to open the washing machine and all the bubbles have come out of the machine. I washed it on a 60 No, I didn't. I washed it on a 40. I thought I would start with a 40 and then move up the temperatures. So it was washed on a 40, white cotton, turmeric stain, washing up liquid over the stain, you know, just like that. Put it in, came out. Honestly, it's gone. So GB was back in my good books.
Today's weather, cloudy with outbreaks of rain across southern England and Wales. Drier for the north, highs of 15 degrees.
I'm zoning out and you're acting bored. Don't remember the last hour, the last years. Did I hurt you bad? You grabbed my hand. Did you get lost down in sleeper land?
GB picked up these gorgeous tulips. So let's pop them in a vase. I'm going to use my favourite stoneware glass that I picked up in a charity shop for £1. Thought today it'd be nice just to share a few of my tulip tips with you. So I have a few florist friends, and as you know, I love plants, I love flowers, and I just picked up a few little tips along the way. Now the first one is, and I learned this one last year, apparently you don't need too much water in your jug or your container or your vase. I'm going to use my stoneware jug vase today, but apparently you only need a couple of inches. They don't like a lot of water, I've been told. And the more water you have in your vase, the droopier your tulips will go, and we really don't want that, do we? So today I'm going to follow my mum's tradition. And she found out this tradition by her mum, and it feels only right that I'm going to carry that on. If you've got your own tulip tips, do just pop them down in the comments. I would love to read them, as I'm sure that lots of you would love to read how you look after your own tulips. I'm feeling quite happy right now because the sun has just pushed through for the first time today. The first thing that I'm going to do is just cut off the very bottom of the stem, maybe a centimetre and a half up. That just gives a nice fresh opening for water to go in. It's amazing how many tulip tips there are, and I'm sure that online there'll be experiments on which tips work the best. But when you have a tip that's been given to you by a parent, you almost feel it's the right thing to do to follow it. If Mum was standing with me in the kitchen right now, I can almost hear her saying the words. She'd be saying, take a tulip stem, take a safety pin, open it up, use the sharp point, and then around an inch and a half, use the sharp point through the stem to make a hole, and then pop it straight into the vase. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. There's all sorts of old wives' tales about how to keep your tulips looking fresh and beautiful for the duration of time that they're in the vase. One of those being that Coca-Cola is a great tip. I think that is because of the sugar in the Coke will feed the tulips, but there's also the tip of using a coin at the bottom of the vase. And a few more unusual little tips. One is put the tulips into the fridge for a few hours before you pop them into the vase. I'm guessing that is because they like a cool environment. Also, another little tip, as tempting as it may be, apparently you should not put daffodils in with the tulips. The tulips like little foliage, which is often why you see them in bunches on their own. Well, that looks gorgeous. Less is more. I'm going to grab another vase. Apparently a tall vase does work well because the tulips are supposed to continue to grow once they're in the vase. I didn't know that until a friend told me. But also, if the vase is tall, it does give a little bit more support to the tulips. Interestingly, I've also been told that tulips do better away from fruit. And I was going to put them along the coffee bar, but as you know, I often put fruit along the coffee bar. We've got apples and oranges on one side, and on the other side I've got satsumas and lemons. So probably best to avoid the coffee bar today, but I think I'll pop them maybe here and one on the stove. Last few little morning jobs to do before I freshen up, get ready, and then we're heading out. And I'm really looking forward to pottering around the shops and seeing what's new in store. I don't think I've been shopping, I would say, for maybe a month and a half. So I'm hoping there's lots and lots of new stock to share with you. It's great to see that sunshine pushing through. These will be dry in no time. Just before I go and get washed and changed for the day, I thought I'd share with you what I'm going to wear today. So you all know that I picked up those vintage Levi jeans, and I shared that with you, was it in the last vlog or the vlog before? And I was looking at ideas of tops that I could wear with them. Well, there was one top that I didn't try on, and that was this one. This is my Primark Peter Pan collar, off-white blouse, and I thought, tucked in with those Levi's jeans with a belt to sort of nip the waist in, may give a little bit of a transitional look. I've actually got this blouse as well in the black. I bought the black version first, fell in love with it, but they never had the white available in my size. So let's get washed and changed, and then I'll show you a little tip about if a blouse has a pussy bow, but you don't want it high up around your neck. blouse is on, and I've got a tip with the pussy bow and also a tip with the sleeves. For me, the sleeves are too long. If I just look in the mirror, they are stopping right across my hips, and that is my largest area. My smallest area of my body is my waist, so that's where I want my cuffs to finish. So I'm just going to literally pull them up right to the top. They're on an elasticated cuff at the bottom, and you will see the difference. Where I have turned this one up, it's now finishing at the smallest part of my body, where this side is finishing at my largest area. So that is a no for me. Let's pull that one up. They're great because they're elasticated, so they hold in place, and I'll pull it down, and hopefully I will have two matching sleeves. Perfect. Now I've got the sleeves finishing at my smallest part. Next up is the pussy bow, which traditionally, as you know, is done up here. I quite like to show my collarbone area. Just a little bit of an open neck makes me feel feminine. So I want my neck open, but then you have the difficulty of what to do with the pussy bow, because tying it up here, it just is not secure and it doesn't feel like it's meant to be. But I do have a little tip. My tip is take the two ties, undo that top button, and then the end needs to go through the buttonhole. So that's one, then the other side through the buttonhole. Push the button through the hole. You can see already it's definitely more secure now. Hello. What?
I'm loving you.
I need to talk about the pussy bow.
The who? They are really nice on you.
Thank you.
Only to be beaten by mine.
Oh, you haven't said about that. I'll say about that. There, so I'm just going to tie my bow and we'll take a look. Definitely feel like this is much more me than wearing it high up on my neck. I'm sure you've gathered that GB is home, and I think he likes the pair of Levi's. I haven't told you this, and he's just reminded me of something. We went out last week and I was wearing them in town, came back home, and he said to me, I've got something that you should try on. So he went into a drawer under the bed. I'll just see if I can grab them. Actually, I'm not sure where he put them. Did he put them? Love, where did you put those?
They should be in the bottom.
The bottom drawer.
Bed at this end.
Okay.
Yeah, they're there. They are there.
I'm just going to show them. No, where are they? They're not them. So he went to the bottom drawer of the bed and he pulled out his pair of Levi's. Now, unfortunately, GB no longer fits into these. He had these before his son, his eldest son was born, and he's 24, and he had these before then. So they're quite old. They're 501s. So mine are 501s, his are 501s, and they're slightly lighter colour than mine. But he said, try them on. I'll show you them another day because I do need to get out and about. But they fitted. They're not high-waisted like these. They almost sit on my hips. But I have to say, there is something really, really nice about wearing GB's pair of Levi's. He was going to get rid of these, and I'm so pleased he's not going to. And I wasn't even going to try them on. I tried them on really as a joke. But as soon as I put them on, I thought, you know what, with a nice white t-shirt in the summer, I think they could look okay. So I've now got my own Levi's women's 501s. I've got GB's 501s from donkeys years ago, and they are more of a different type of fit. I'll let you know how I get on with them and how I style them. Nearly ready to go out, but I thought what I'd do with my jeans is pop on my leather boots. So let's get these on and then we'll get out. There we go, outfits on and ready to go. The sun is shining, it's 9 degrees. Beautiful. It's just what the doctor ordered, especially after that chilly weekend that we've had. We are off to B&M. I definitely need to get some potting soil, so I can't forget that. Let's go and see what spring things there are on the high street. I love where we live. We have a few neighbours who are retired, and on a day like today they are out in their gardens. You can hear the lawn mowers going, the hedge trimmers. They're the sort of people who love a little conversation over the garden fence, and I'm sure you've probably worked out by now that I'm one of those people too. I love a good natter over a garden fence. Right, let's get to B&M. I'm here, I'm going to run in, grab the potting soil, bring it back to the car, and then go in for a proper spring mooch. Hiya. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye. Little flower candles, £2 each. I really like those. They've got them in muted yellow, and they also have them in mint green. Floral Joy embroidered cushion at £10. Many of us love to organise in the spring, and they've got such a good range of storage boxes. I came in recently for some but couldn't find any, but they seem to have stocked up now, and they have some really, really good ones. Lovely large basket there, £8. Muted tones, very spring-like. This is one of their new ones in. I really like this one. It's £10, but great size. Be handy for a plant pot to go in there. New in the kitchen area, £3.50 for the daisy plate. They've also got bowls, I believe. Are these the bowls here? Oh, daisy bowls are also £3.50. They're lovely. I've just noticed they've also got the daisy cups as well at £3.50. I really like the shape of these. They're a little bit large for a coffee cup for us at home. They're £3. There's also the lemon variety of those. I think I like the oranges better than the lemons, but they don't seem to have many lemons left. Lemon placemats there, £6. I like these ones here. These are 2-pack, £6. Wow, I've just spotted these. A lemon dish at £3.50. I love this. And up here, look, the lemon jug. That is £5. Isn't that lovely? A little lemon glass there at £3. Honestly, you could go for it all. There's the lemon plates there at £3.50 and the lemon chopping board there at £4. These are really sweet little cake liner tins, Easter themed at £2. Silicon bunny mould at £2.50. In the garden area now, and I would just love a tree that I could put one of these bird feeders in. £4. Insect house, the yellow one there is £3. And the larger green one is, I don't know actually how much that one is. Oh, £5. Squirrel cafe. Well, that's cool, isn't it? Oh, a hedgehog house. That is something that I would definitely have if we owned a garden. It's £15 if you're interested in that. We're in the outdoor living section now, so I often like to come here just to see what they've got. I like to see if there's anything that I can do to bring the outside in. The New Yorker plant pots. I've got quite a lot of these at home. People ask me where I get my plant pots from, and they are often in here. In the past, they've been £10. Let's have a look how much they are. They are still £10. Quite large as well, so they would fit a large plant in. The smaller New York plant pot is £6. Last year I grew strawberries in mine. It worked really well. This is a nice one, and again that's £10. They had these in last year. I've got a couple of these at home. I think I paid £8. I love the colour of this one at £5. These planters are more tall and slim, and they are £8 each. I like them because they're different to anything else that I've seen in here today. These are great baskets because they've already got the plastic inside, and they are £7. What a great price. I might need to consider those. Again, some more baskets there with the plastic liner in, and they're quite difficult to find and normally quite expensive. These ones are £7 again. That is such a great price. The boho planters there are £10. Thank you. See ya. Bye. Back in the car, picked up a few little bits. Not loads, I didn't need loads. We're driving around to Home Bargains now. Gloriously sunny today. I did not think the sun was going to shine today. It's proved me wrong. It normally does. We're here at Home Bargains. It's just a small one. There's not loads here. I need to pick up a few little beauty bits and we'll have a look and see what spring things they have in as well. Some lovely little Easter bits. These neutral little nests at 79p. Happy Easter bunting, £1.99, an absolute bargain. And then the neutral eggs there at £1.99. The wooden bunting there with the little bunnies on is £2.49. Honeycomb bunting there is £1.49. Got that in the little bunnies. It's this one next to it. Oh, Happy Easter, 79p. I got the bits that I needed from Home Bargains. We're going to head over to the retail park now, where there is a TK Maxx, a H&M and a Hobbycraft. There's a few other shops as well. I'm not too sure which ones I'm going in until I'm there. I'm teaching very soon, actually, in about a couple of hours. So I think it just depends on what time we have when we get there as to where we are going. I definitely want to go into H&M and see what new clothing they've got for this spring, so I'm going to make that my priority, and then if there's any more time left after that, we'll pop and have a look in some of the other shops. It feels quite warm. What temperature are we? 10 degrees. I feel like it feels warmer than that today. The clouds have completely cleared and it's a bright blue day now. Well, we're here. H&M is just over the way, and that's where I am heading first, particularly for sort of spring transitional pieces. So I'll pop in there, that's the priority. It's a shame they don't have my size in these. I really like them. I think they do anyway. Check that pair. The size UK 12, they're 10. They're a 10. They're a 14. I definitely have 12. What a shame. That's a shame. Oh, I like those. Something very similar to what I've seen on Boden. It's very nice. How much is that? That's a great price, £22.99. I was thinking in the car that a blue and white striped top would be good. Medium. I was thinking that that would be great for the spring. It's a little bit bright for me. I was hoping for more of a muted blue, but I do like it. And that one is £19.99. This one's very, very similar to the trench that I'm wearing. Is that 49.99. Peach florals, 14.99. Plain white shirt there, very similar to that blue and white one. Same shape, but just plain, 19.99. Does feel good quality. This one's very me. That is 19.99. I really like that one. We've got that in the peach and then the sage green puffy sleeves. What have we got? 27.99. I would say that's mid-calf in length. Undecided. This is really nice. Little cropped cardigan, 37.99. I like the gold buttons on that as well. It would go really well with lots of spring dresses, wouldn't it? And that one's similar. That is 22.99. A little bit of time, we'll have a very quick look around TK Maxx dresses first. I will show you everything once I'm back home. I think being out today and the cherry blossom appearing on the trees and daffodils everywhere, and the sun is now shining, and I've managed to pick up a few bits as well, has really made me want to put the spring bunting up in the kitchen as well as the wreath on the kitchen wall. Later on I am teaching, so I will take a short break whilst I am doing my professional job of being a teacher and helping the next generation. But I think there may be a little gap, a little window between me finishing teaching and heading to the gym. And during that little window, I will show you everything that I've picked up. Let's head back and pop a little bit more spring into the kitchen. Can't wait to get the bunting up. 11.5. The temperature is going up and the evening will be drawing in soon. The clocks go forward in the UK next weekend, so we have to remember spring forward, fall back, and in the spring they go forward 1 hour, and then we will all be noticing such a difference with the weather.
Lend me your hand, take me in, take me home, take me home, take me home.
just look at the sunshine coming through. You can see it on the back wall. I've got a couple of spring wreaths to put up. I'm not sure which one I'm going to go for. So let me show you those first. We can make that decision, and then I have got the cutest bunting. I'll show you that in a second. Here is wreath number 1. I love this because I feel like it can be used in the spring and in the autumn. I like its size. It's quite big. It's quite statementy. It's full of dried flowers, so I know that it's sustainable. I also really like the back of this one, how natural it is. I picked this up in Matalan a few years ago, and I think I paid £15 possibly in the sale for this. Number 1, we'll pop that up in a moment and just see whether that is the winner. And then number 2 is a little one. It's just so simple, isn't it? And I love the muted tones. And it looks like there's little daisies on there as well. I don't know if you're the same as me, but I'm definitely like this. If I find something in an Aldi brochure, I will drive around, and I know that I have a few friends who also do the same thing. I was looking for this one. I didn't want the other version, which was really brightly coloured. So I was delighted when I found this. I think I had to go to 2 Aldi stores, and I can't remember how much I paid, but I want to say £7.99. It doesn't have a great back. It's not one that could be on the balcony. If I put something on the balcony, on the railings, it has to look nice from the front and the back, because obviously we can see it from the inside. We'll go for the little one first of all. Let's just take down the lights just for now whilst I work out which one we want. So that's wreath number 1. I'm feeling like it's quite small up there. Let's have a look from the back. Oh, it does look sweet, but it's just too small and it's too high up. So I don't think that's going to work there, unfortunately. How about the big one? I think I like it. Let's just take a little step back. Wow, that does look nice. So that's great. That can go there then. How lovely is this bunny bunting?
What I know is what I know is you are home.
What do we think? I love it. I've always loved this bunny bunting. So the bunny bunting was from Aldi as well, and I think from memory I had to buy 2 packs. I don't think it was a pack of 2. I had to buy 2 separate packs. Actually, I know what happened. I bought 1 set and had to drive back and get another set. Maybe they'll have it again this year, I don't know. They had a grey painted version, but I much prefer the plain wooden ones with the white little bunny tails. So yes, we're a little bit more spring-like in here. Look at the weather outside, isn't it beautiful? Well, it's a little bit later on now. You can tell it's later on because the sun is over on the back wall. I know I've said this before, but the sun will go round our room like a sundial. So at lunchtime, it's always on the back over here. But by the evening, it's moved right round over there. I finished teaching for the day. I've got a little bit of time, but not long, between now and when we go off to the gym. But I thought you may like to see some clothing items that I picked up. So I've got 3 things to show you. Very much spring themed. I'm not sure if they're going to suit me or not. I really liked them in the shop. I looked at the style thinking that yes, that is my shape. That is what I go for. But until you actually try something on, you just don't know. So let's have a look at those, and then I will show you what I picked up over in B&M and in Home Bargains as well. First up, I've kept on the blouse that I was wearing with my Levi jeans, and I have teamed it with a skirt. I do not normally buy a skirt. I always find a skirt quite difficult to style, and I'm definitely somebody who will buy a dress and just think, great, I've got an outfit. I don't need to think about the top and the bottoms. However, since buying this white blouse, I've only got my Levi's jeans to wear with it. And I think because we're moving into spring and summer, I was keen to find something that I could team with the blouse and wear it in a different way, but also team the skirt up with a few different items that I have. So I'm going to step back just so that you can see the skirt in its full glory, let's say. So this is mid-calf in length. It doesn't have pockets. I wish it did. It does need a good press, I have to say. Elasticated waist, size medium, and it was £27.99. So great price point, I feel, and really good quality fabric. A white blouse just tucked in works really well. I feel really comfortable. It's a really, really easy outfit to wear. Definitely will be great for the spring and then into the summer. Maybe something like tan sandals. I've got other white blouses that I can wear just tucked in to the skirt. And I think because of the nice elasticated waist, just really comfortable and easy to wear. I was also thinking maybe a white t-shirt tucked in, or maybe even a white body, so having a nice sort of fitted shape and then the skirt. So I'm really happy with this. It does need a good press where it's been sitting in the bag, but yeah, this is a keeper, I think, a keeper. This dress was from TK Maxx. The brand is blue navy, which made me think, is the dress navy? But I actually think it is black. Is it black? I think it is black. I love that it's got pockets. This shape is the shape that fits my body shape the best. So when I saw this in the shop, I almost knew straight away that it would be the right shape for my figure. It has got an elasticated waist and a tie belt, which just does help to nip me in a little bit more if I need to at the waist. The length of this is mid-calf, so perfect length for me. I do find that I like the length of a dress to be between my knee and my ankle. It just seems to suit me, I find, rather than something above my knee. I wish I could be somebody who wears dresses above my knee, but they've just never really suited me as much as a dress that's a little bit longer. I'm not really a maxi dress wearer either. I don't even know if I own any maxi dresses, like a full length spring summer dress. I think all my dresses tend to be this more classic leg length. But I'm really, really happy with this. Do you remember me saying earlier about the top of that pussy bow coming right to the neck? And actually, for me, it's probably better that I have some shape in my top area just to help elongate my body. This one has the crossover, which I think just helps to bring the eye down. This is definitely a keeper. I bought this in a size 12, could not believe the price in TK Maxx. £25. This will fit so well into my classic capsule wardrobe. You'll probably see me wear this a lot. I think this is my favourite from the skirt that I tried on. So the skirt's obviously got that blue and white pattern, very spring and summer themed, and looks great with white. But this dress, I don't think would ever date because it's quite timeless in its shape. I love when a dress has got a pocket. I always feel like it gives me a little bit more confidence when I'm out and about. If I don't know what to do with myself, put my hands in my pockets, and just gives you a little bit more casualness, I think, to an outfit and a relaxed feel. This is very me. I'm 100% keeping it, and I want to keep it on really right now, but I've got another dress to try on. So let's try that one on and see if I'll be keeping 3 out of 3 so far. Skirt I'm keeping, dress I'm keeping. Lastly, another TK Maxx dress. This one is by Brave Soul. It was an unbelievable price of $19.99. I wasn't sure when I picked this up because you will see that the fit of this one is fitted under my boob area rather than my waist. So my waist is there. But because there is a fit that comes under here, I do feel like it gives me a shape, maybe not as hourglass as the black dress that I tried on, but this is very much a type of dress that I would wear in the spring and the summer, particularly on those warm days. But thinking about my capsule wardrobe, I had an idea with this. I think I could probably wear a long white tee under it, possibly even, I'd need to try it, but possibly even that white blouse with the Peter Pan collar that I was wearing earlier, just to give it a little bit more of a cottagecore look. Gingham does seem to be everywhere, and it's very much a spring fabric. What I love about this dress, as you'll know, it has the pockets, but also you'll notice that on the back it has the elasticated back section. So it just helps if you do need a little bit more movement in that area. I am really, really happy with this. So skirt, yes, I'm going to keep. Black dress, I love, going to keep. And this gingham, I want to say pinafore dress, because it's pinafore dress style, is also a yes. I am super, super happy. Right, let's show you what I've picked up over in Home Bargains and B&M. Right, the last few bits and pieces to show you. First of all, B&M. So you'd have seen some lovely things over there. I was so impressed with their storage baskets. Do you remember a few weeks ago now, I say a few weeks, it's probably a month and a half ago, we completely gutted out our shoe cupboard and I was looking for storage baskets. Couldn't find anything in B&M when I needed it. But I tell you what, today they had some beautiful storage baskets. So if you're looking for organisation this spring, I would definitely recommend heading over just to get a really good idea of what is available. And I did buy one. Is it a storage basket or a planter? I think I would have to say it's a planter. Here is the planter that I went for. I actually went for the plainest of the two. I love the size of it. And as I said in the store, it's got this plastic lining, which is really difficult to find baskets like that. I remember in the autumn heading over to TK Maxx, HomeSense, all places, in search for baskets with plastic liners in. Couldn't find them anywhere. But this one was £7. And it's perfect. I've got an idea for this. There will be a house plant vlog coming up at some point over the next few weeks. There's a few things that I need to do, and potting a plant and sorting out a plant for this basket will be one of them. I'm really, really glad that I was able to pick this up today. I did see them in there a few weeks ago and I thought there'll be none left, but there was. Recently I picked up these matches within the glass bottle. You strike the match underneath. I think it was around £4, and they still have them in store because I saw them today. So this one was the £4 one, and as I say, you just strike the match underneath there. However, I was looking for this. Now, I am quite sure that this has been inspired by the White Company style. I feel like this has very White Company vibes. £4, and this is the match cloche. Beautiful. And the reason why I wanted this one is because the matches are black at the top. I know, I'm one of those people. I prefer this shape to this shape. You're going to think I'm utterly crazy because they're pretty much the same. But this one has white tips on the matches, and this one has black tips on the matches. I mean, isn't that just White Company vibes all over? Even the packaging looks very, very similar to something that you would find over in the White Company. Let me undo this and I'll show you what it looks like inside. I'm just going to take it out. Nearly broke it. Share what you like. Right, so now I understand how to use it. So there we go. Matches. The cloche goes on the top and then you strike the match underneath. And I think they are beautiful. I'm really, really happy with those for £4. Very, very aesthetically pleasing. Of course, what with it being Easter, I could not resist mini eggs. Let me get these bits and pieces out, and I'm going to move fast because GB is going to call me in a moment and say, am I ready to go to Aqua? And that he will be ready for the gym. There's something over here that I can't wait to show you. I was going to talk to you about this a few weeks ago, but I wanted to test it first before I recommended it to you. And now I really, really do recommend this product. It is amazing. Rosemary infused shampoo, £1.49. Rosemary infused conditioner, £1.49. So I have tried the shampoo and I have tried the conditioner. You may know already that I love Olaplex, and I'm a big fan of the shampoo and the conditioner by Olaplex. Loved it for years. Then when Aldi brought out their Bonded, which is their version or inspired by Olaplex, I'm switched over to that brand, Bonded, in Aldi. I think it's £3.99 a bottle. But some of you may know that I'm a huge fan of rosemary oil, and I always have been, for my hair. It really helps keep it thick and in good condition. My hair has had difficulties over the years of breakage and thinning in places. And I mean, it's a whole nother story about my hair, but it has been a difficult journey throughout my life to take care of my hair. Anyway, I would say just after Christmas, I saw the rosemary infused shampoo and the rosemary infused conditioner, and I always use rosemary oil in my hair, as I've said, and I thought I'd give them a go. When I go to the gym, they're just great to have in my gym bag, and I love them. My hair afterwards smells amazing. GB has definitely noticed the difference, and also it just feels shiny. You know, when you are using a conditioner and at the end you run your hand through and there's almost a dollop of water and product at the end, and you run your hands through as you're washing out the conditioner and you think, wow, this feels good. I have to say, for me, this has been brilliant. I did notice that in store today they had the rosemary scalp and hair oil, again £1.49. So I'll give that a go and I'll let you know how it goes. Radiance Intense Body Wash infused with coconut oil. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? And I just love this muted pink as well. I think this will look really, really lovely in my bathroom. Radiance Intense Body Wash infused with coconut oil. I don't know if it is a brand for Home Bargains or if this is a brand that they've got in their store, but I think it looks very beautiful. And then the words of this bubble bath got me. Great advertising, because I was sucked into this. Muse De-Stress Milky Bubble Bath, which I thought sounded great. Wow, that smells so good. So good. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, keep in touch, and I'll see you all again on Saturday. Bye for now. Simple things.